Hey guys, it's Aman
And Christina
from
from
Our
Our
Rich
Rich
Journey.
Journey.
It is the end of October 2020, and that means it's time to go back into our stock portfolio. If you have been keeping up with this series, you know that every month Christina and I have been sharing this particular portfolio with you guys and showing you how our investments have been performing. And as a part of this series, we always answer your questions about investing. And so this month, we have a fun question to answer because we are going to be talking about what you should be doing with just 2 months left in the year to do a stock portfolio checkup.
So if you've been watching this series, you know that in March of 2020, we invested $5,000 into 3 different index funds. And each month after that, we invest another $1,200 into those index funds. And we open up our account, we show you how it's been performing, and then we talk about investment concepts and answer investment questions. Now, we have other investment portfolios that we invest in also, and we talk about other investment concepts on this channel. In fact, this channel is all about making money, saving money, and investing money. So make sure you watch this series, each monthly update. But if you're interested in other concepts about money, make sure you subscribe to our channel. So let's get started and talk about the concept of an annual checkup with your portfolio. It's almost similar to doing an annual medical exam. The idea is that you want to check and make sure there's nothing wrong with your portfolios, that you don't need to tweak anything, that everything is running smoothly. Now, between Aman and I, we have more than 7 different investment accounts. If you have multiple accounts, it can be hard to juggle. So you want to make sure that you're doing an annual checkup and make sure that everything is in place in order to optimize those returns. So what we want to talk about is 8 different things that you can do to look at your portfolio every single year to make sure that you are also optimizing the returns in your portfolios. So the first thing that you want to do when you're looking at your portfolios is to track your progress towards your goals. Now, before you even begin investing, you should have a goal in mind and you should have written that goal down. And every single year, you should be tracking your progress towards your goal. When you write down your goals and when you track your progress towards your goals, you're more likely to achieve those goals.
And for us, when we were on our journey, our goal was to hit our FIRE number, the amount of money that we would need in our investments in order to achieve financial independence and retire early. You see, we broke our journey up into 10 different stages. And in fact, we did a video on all of those stages towards FIRE. If you are able to do this, breaking your goals up into little incremental stages, it makes things more digestible. You feel like you're accomplishing things as you go along.
So the next thing you want to do is update your beneficiaries. There is a lot that can happen within a year. Maybe you're newly married, you're newly divorced, maybe you have new kids. There's all these things that can happen, and you want to make sure that you list the proper beneficiary for each account. And if there's someone that is previously listed as a beneficiary that you need to change, that should be done.
The next thing you want to do is establish a schedule for when you will be checking in on your account. Now, this is important to do in advance because what you want to do is have a time of the year or times of the year in which you will go into your account and just check and see how things are going. What you don't want to do is check it every single day or check it when the market is really volatile. That type of stuff will stress you out. And so we really want to emphasize this. Establish a routine for how often you will be checking in on your investment accounts.
So like Aman said, the idea is that you establish a schedule ahead of time and you must stick to it. That way, you're not checking all the time on your account and making changes based off of emotions. The next thing you want to do is focus on whether you've met your contribution limits for your tax advantaged accounts. We are in October right now, but the idea is to look at your tax advantage accounts and make sure that you have maximized the contributions so that you can take full advantage of those tax advantages. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is next year, the following tax year, you may have different contribution limitations. So make sure that you're aware of how much you can contribute next year and prep those portfolios so that you can maximize the advantages for those tax advantage accounts.
The next thing you want to do, and this one involves some self-assessment, but you want to evaluate your emotional performance because throughout the year, you may have had a couple of moments where you faltered, where maybe you let your emotions take over. Well, this is an opportunity for you to do some self-reflection. Look at your portfolio. Did you make any changes based off of emotions? And then how did those changes really affect your total portfolio and what you may do in the future in order to control those emotions? Investing, especially for a new investor, can involve a lot of anxiety. And so this is something that you should continuously work on addressing, trying to limit the anxiousness that you have while investing in the stock market. The next thing you want to do is you want to look at your asset allocation and identify whether or not you need to rebalance. You see, rebalancing is a very important part of investing because when you rebalance, you optimize returns and you minimize risk. So take this opportunity to take a look at your allocations. When you first established your portfolio, did you set it up to be 50% here, 20% here, and 30% there? Are you still within those ranges? Because if you are not, this may be the opportunity for you to rebalance your portfolio. Now, don't use rebalancing as an opportunity to time the market. That's why we are big proponents of having a rebalancing schedule or rebalancing once certain parameters are hit.
So if you're not familiar with how you rebalance, we actually have an investing course where we talk about rebalancing and talk about all different aspects to investing. And so we'll leave a link for that course in the description below. So let's move on to the next thing that you should be doing on an annual basis, and that is reviewing fees.
Oh my goodness. Fees, fees, fees. You know, we have been getting a lot of emails from people that discover that they are being charged fees for the most minute things. And so you should always be looking at fees. But this particular moment of the year, when you're doing this checkup, this is the most important part of checking your portfolios, is making sure that your returns are not being ciphered away by fees. And the last thing that we want you guys to do is try to get 1% better. And you can do this in so many different ways. Can you save more money? Can you make more money so that you can invest more money? It is so important that you are putting your money to work. And if you can put just 1% more of your income into your portfolios, you are kicking butt. So try to do that. Try to get 1% better each and every year. Just 1%. Now, you may step it up and try to get 1% better every single month. Imagine the power that that could have in your investment portfolio.
So those are the 8 different action items that you can take with your portfolio. Now, with that being said, let's talk about our specific portfolio for this series. We want to open it up right now and we want to show you how it's been performing year to date. Let's start with the first index fund, which is the Fidelity Zero Total Stock Market Index Fund, FZROX. On October 15th, we invested $720 and bought 57.924 shares at $12.43 each. We now own a total of 805.010 shares at an average price of $10 per share. Our total amount invested is $8,050.20. The current value as of October 24th is $9,957.97, making this a total gain of $1,907.77, or 23.70%. The next fund is the Fidelity Zero International Index Fund, FZILX. On October 15th, we invested $240 and bought 23.833 shares at $10.07 each. We now own a total of 308.512 shares at an average price of $8.69 per share. Our total amount invested is $2,680. The current value as of October 24th is $3,137.56, making this a total gain of $457.57, or 17.07%. The next index fund is the Fidelity Real Estate Index Fund, FSRNX. On October 15th, we invested $240 and bought 17.686 shares at $13.57 each. We now own a total of 218.631 shares at an average price of $12.39 per share. Our total amount invested is $2,709.71. The current value as of October 24th is $2,955.89, making this a total gain of $246.18 or 9.09%. Overall, our portfolio as of October 24th is valued at $16,051.42. That's up $2,611.54 or 19.43%.
So that is the update for our portfolio for October 2020. If you guys are enjoying this series, please continue to provide us with your investing questions. We love to answer your questions, and it drives the content in this series and in the information that we provide in our other videos. We love to hear from you guys. And as usual, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and
Join the journey.